What's up everybody? Finally our first major update since global release back in June. It's been almost 3 months officially. I'm basing this off the social media post seen here on June 20th, so it's very close to its 3-month anniversary. I really hope they do a fun event, or at the very least a big thank you gift code. 3 months after global, I've said this before, is my first indication of how the longevity of the game will go, so for them to drop Guild Clash, it's a positive step in the right direction. Let's get it. Guild Clash or Guild Wars is a big hype moment in these types of games because honestly, as I get older, I stay interested in a game because of the community, whether it's the games or another I'm a part of. So Guild Clash being guild related is very crucial for me, and I'm sure it is for many other players. As of right now, the guild features are so minimal, it doesn't promote member activity. The guild boss doesn't scale well with rewards, so hitting it basically gives nothing in rewards for the late game.
Yeah, boy.
I really hope they add more guild bosses that can be opened throughout the week based off your guild's activity level. So when members log in as an example and do their dailies, it adds these as activity points towards unlocking more bosses throughout the week. The rewards can be different depending on the boss, maybe rainbow gear or shards, resources like gene potions, hero food, etc. It could also have specific requirements. Maybe you can only use 2 of the faction heroes like Bounty Association and City Alliance. There's just so much potential that can happen based off many other idle gacha games that I've played. But I understand the development team is probably very small, so it takes time, but they have to happen. Community engagement drives the game, player base drives the game. Without these, there's no game and you're left like I was in high school playing solitaire in the cafeteria in a corner by myself. Getting back on track though, Guild Clash. We know it's coming this month. We have had confirmation by the community manager and other community admins. Most likely it will be September 4th week, but is this a good thing? The issue I find is in every single game I've played, when it's announced that Guild Wars are being introduced, the community gets hyped, which they should. Excitement happens, there's more engagement, and player base gets a bump, whether from returning players or new ones. The issue I found is it always under-delivers because everyone expects so much. I'm just being honest here based off my experience. Most games, their Guild War is simply 3v3, so in this game's example, it's just Star Arena but with your guild. It gets released and then everyone is like, wait, what? All we do is set 3 lineups and auto battles against other guild members? We have this already. What I will say is based off the recent post that gave out some Guild Clash info, bringing it up on the screen here, I can see it definitely sounds like 3v3, but at least they have attempted to do something different that relates to the theming of the game. I can respect that. For one, it says you can choose between 3 lanes to dispatch your teams. What I am curious is if you can stack all 3 of your teams in one lane, or do you have to have them in the left, middle, and right lanes? I hope you can do what you want, as this is going to allow for strategy depending on what guild you are matched up against, because maybe you want to stack 2 lanes and have the other lane with your lower power members. For 2, I did see some discussion regarding where it says the team with higher power will win and continue marching to the opponent's base. I think this is just bad translation. I highly doubt you will just auto win the fight if you have more power. That would be silly since nowhere else in PvP does it do that. I'm able to beat players with 3 million more power than me based off the heroes I've invested into. So if you're just going to auto lose because they're higher power, that would just make 0 sense. For 3, it says the side whose base reaches 0 HP first loses. Not entirely sure how they determine the base HP yet. If neither base is destroyed when the time runs out, the side with more HP remaining from their base wins. I am happy with this because it relates to what I said for 1 in regards to hopefully being able to do whatever you want in whatever lanes. Strategy makes games interesting, so say you stack 2 lanes with very strong players, and the opponent can't beat one of them or it takes them multiple attacks, it gives your guild the advantage of reaching their base first and damaging it. And then for 4, it says during battles, team revival and cheer options are available. 2 things I think of when I read this. It says team revival, so to me that means each fight your team does, your heroes will not have their HP reset. Any heroes who die will not be reset in the next fight. This makes the most sense because if they did have their HP reset to full, that would just be plain silly, and one really strong player could make a significant impact in the guild war. Just set all 3 of their teams to the left, middle, and right lane and make it to their base. Team Revival is a solid way to drive competition because spenders love competition and want to win. This will help benefit the entire guild. And then it says cheer options, which is also neat. I hope this means your guild members can cheer for a specific member, and maybe that gives them an attack and HP boost. as you can see right here in the image where it says support. Overall, this guild clash looks promising. Currently, there's no hints at what the rewards will be. As I'm recording this right now, they did just make another post that covers this, so I'm going to get to this a little later in the video, but I hope they have individual rewards based off how well you do in the guild war, as well as guild rewards that everyone gets for a win or a loss. I have played games where they made the rewards so bad, like basically non-existent. They didn't put much thought into it. I hope they thought about this, but if they are less than appealing, take the feedback from the players and make the changes. The other guide part 1 image says each guild clash will last 1 week per season. Looks like a similar style to cross server arena, so this looks to be a consistent event in the game, which is definitely needed because player retention I find in these idle games are very hard to keep. This should help with that, plus finding active players to join their guild. And then finally we have part 2, which was just posted that I mentioned. This seems to go a little more into detail for the rewards. For 2, it says seasonal ranking rewards includes PvE stat bonus, which is a little weird. I thought this would be PvP, but you get diamonds, random skill books, guild badges, and more. I hope more means gene potions because everyone needs these. Refreshing the shop isn't enough compared to the cost required at higher star levels. For 3, it says exclusive champion rewards. All members of the champion guild, which I'm assuming is rank 1, 2, or 3, will receive additional rewards, including champion choice chests. That's pretty huge actually. I wonder if it will include all heroes in the game, have certain heroes available in each season, or only feature the heroes that are currently rotated in the champion store. And then it says diamonds and a special title for the guild leader. I think a title should also be given to the guild members as well, because it's not just one person winning, it's the whole guild working together. Honestly though, this all sounds really exciting. I know some players will say, OMG, more pay to win features, but listen, there's always going to be super strong guilds. The whole point of these games is to improve your power, get the heroes, and compete at whatever level you can. If you're a low spender in a low spender guild, of course you won't be able to compete with a high spender guild. It's like this in any game, otherwise what would be the point in spending money? As long as they implement some form of matchmaking system, maybe it's based off your guild's total power from all your members, this should help in terms of giving fair play for all the guilds in the game. No one wants to be a low-powered guild, get matched up against an extremely tough opponent round 1, get knocked out, and then it's like, oh, well, what a fun update. I'm definitely ready for this. Comment down below what you think of this so far. As always, thanks for watching, and stay tuned for the next one.